Welcome back to D&D. Alari is, I didn't mean to close out of that. Has morning sickness, so she's just gonna be hanging out in the cart for the duration of this session. She can hang out with Mix.
That's right. Just pile up all your pregnant ladies.
But Mix isn't technically pregnant anymore because she
what?
had the egg. Okay, so
who remembers what happened last time?
We got to the gates of the Red Dragon Dynasty, and we were stopped by a guard who didn't want to let us in, and he was going to charge 10 platinum per kobold to us, but the, what was her name? Sabina managed to convince the guard to drop it down to 3 platinum per kobold. And so we're finally on our way to Gatal. There are also other shenanigans where me and young kobold, I can't remember his name. Lix?
Lix.
There you go.
Yeah, Lix. Okay, that's what I thought. Where Lix and Damien snuck into the guard tower and Lix stole the documents that the guard was writing up. Jeffrey was writing up for Sabina and her boss, and we stole the badges. We eventually gave the badges back, and I think we also might have given the paperwork back too, to Sabina, because she was actually nice.
And Karnas adopted Lix as his son.
That too. And we also got a kitten. We got an eldritch kitten.
It's a displacer kitten, probably.
Is it what kind of kitten?
It's a displacer beast.
Oh.
And yeah, I'm in town with my boss, Carl Gregerts, for what sounds like negotiations.
Yep, you're on a diplomatic mission. And everyone else just happened to meet you at the border. So, we'll start there. Early morning. Well, not even morning yet. You guys arrived in the middle of the night and didn't even take a rest. Middle of the night. Maybe an hour or so before dawn. The guards give you the push off. Go bothering us. We want to go to sleep. The carriages start creaking in the middle of the night. You fire up your rat-powered train.
Yeah.
And it just slowly starts squeaking along. Sabina, would you have a driver, or would you be driving your ambassador?
I should think we'd have a driver.
Okay. Your driver cracks the whip. You climb in the back of your cabbage carriage, and you forgot about that, didn't you?
Forgot about the cabbage.
Cabbage carriage.
Cabbage carriage.
And for the most part, you guys are moving about around the same speed. Probably the cabbage carriage up front with the train leading behind.
Would you break?
After a few hours, the sun starts to rise, bringing daylight to the land. You see open fields with like little farmhouses off in the distance with little plumes of smoke coming up from the chimneys. Like big crops of wheat and livestock. You pass a small lake town that already has fisher boats already out in the middle of the lake. Every now and then you'll like hear someone calling someone, but more or less just people waking up, saying hellos. Sabina, your carriage comes to a halt. You look it over at your ambassador, you see he's just fast asleep. It's early in the morning. He likes to sleep in. You hear a knock from the driver who goes, "Hey, do you know what direction we're going?"
We should be heading towards the town of Katal.
Right. I don't have a map.
How did we get this far if you didn't have a map?
Well, we stopped in us directions a couple times. I mean, I have a map, but it's not of the province itself.
Odd. Would I know where we're going?
Probably not.
Wonderful. Is there signs?
You're at a T intersection of one direction says Ravenholm, the other one says Oakborough.
Oh no.
I don't know why Ark's laughing so hard at Oakborough.
I'm laughing because I heard Ravenholm. And
Home.
I know game. Oh, home. I thought I was thinking of Curse of Strahd. I think that's one of the locations from that.
Surprise! It's now a Strahd campaign. Strap in, fuckers.
That's why I started laughing. It's like, oh god, no.
Do I see any people outside the carriage that I may talk to?
Of like just random civilians.
E.
You see an open field about half a mile down the road is a farmhouse.
Let's head that direction and get directions. Let's not wake the ambassador.
As you command, you hear a crack and a whinny and you start pulling off to the right. For those of you in the caravan, you pull up to the T intersection. You see the carriage turn right. Who's navigating?
Getting last.
Huh?
I think I was navigating last. Damien.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an intelligence roll.
Straight
Find where you are
intelligence.
in the map.
Kindly give me that. Roll. 7.
You can't
That
quite
jam.
find where you are in the map. Generally, maps of other countries aren't as well put through the ringer of editorial because not everyone knows the layouts except map makers, but sometimes they don't have permits to enter other lands and have to copy old works. So you figure you might have a copy of an old map of the Red Lion Dynasty. And for whatever reason, this road isn't on the map.
Like problem, Carnage.
And you last.
Well, this might be an old map. Because this road isn't on it.
Ah.
Look.
Yeah, that's, I don't see it. I don't see this road. But I have instincts to know where my old home was.
Go ahead and roll me something that would make sense, Carnus.
Roll for instincts.
What would your instincts tell you to roll to find your home?
History, maybe?
The one thing I didn't open was D&D Beyond.
Good job.
History, maybe?
History would make sense.
Let me just pull Carnus up here.
he's already on camera.
What?
You said you need to pull Karnas up, but he's already here. Sorry, that's a really bad joke.
Yeah.
It was so bad it was good.
No.
Don't influence her like that. You
I don't
influence
like
me
my
like that.
dad
Don't do
joke.
that to Maddie. Come on, she's not worth it.
Wow. Oh.
She knows it. Ask her.
Oh yeah. He's not wrong.
Oh.
I guess history.
Hey, why would history make sense?
Because he's remembering the past.
Okay.
I mean, I would prefer to do, like, perception, but I don't...
We'll make it make sense. You can choose what you're rolling, you just have to make it make sense.
Because he's
Roll
trying...
Arcana.
Acrobatics! He's trying to remember and perceive which is the right direction to go.
Okay. So as you're looking around the plains, you start getting flashbacks of when you were kidnapped in a hot air balloon by yourself and just floated across country borders. You remember looking down and
That's not how that
seeing...
happened.
Yeah, you were in a hot air balloon, remember?
No, it was a bird.
Oh, it was a
Oh,
bird.
was it a
It
bird?
was a bird.
Okay, when you got kidnapped by a bird, why was I thinking hot air balloon?
I don't know.
Because the bird was
Kidnap someone.
what Karnas was fighting in the arena, and the bird picked him up.
Something like that.
Why was I thinking
This isn't
hot air
Moody's
balloon?
point.
I don't
This
know.
isn't Moody's point.
Oh, I was thinking Joe Dirt.
I haven't seen Joe Dirt in a long time.
I mean, Karnas and Joe Dirt are kind of the same character.
Karnas doesn't have a mullet.
You can.
Should.
You should.
Yet.
Karnas doesn't even have hair. He's just horns.
Sure.
Mullet.
Give me a perception check for fucking looking down while being kidnapped by a bird.
Inspiration!
Go for it.
Better! Okay.
You know that you need to go pretty far south, and you know from Raven's home there's a main road that heads south.
Okay. We need to go
So left.
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 We
Alright.
need to go south. Really far south. And there's a road in Raven's home that goes south. So we go Raven's
South
home.
it is.
You start turning your fucking wheel and kick those mice into gear and start moving south. Maddie, from the back of your carriage, it's hard not to see the big ass kobold train.
Yeah, but I
You
don't
see
know.
them take the opposite direction of you.
Did I know they were heading to Catal? I don't think I did.
Roll history for me. Or intelligence.
Let's see. I'll do history.
Do it.
Do it.
You heard them talk about Catal a couple times. So it's safe to assume that that's where they're heading.
I poke my head out and tell the driver, follow that caravan. Let's not bother with the peasants here.
Best to be wise, it smells awful here.
Yeah.
They don't even tend to the cattle's manure. Disgusting. Just sits there in a field. Yeah! As he like kind of turns the horses. Or elk, who's drawing your carriage. Turns the elk. And you start heading down the south road as well.
I got confused for a second and thought you said elves. So I thought we just had
It's
elves.
just like a bunch of elves carrying a fucking carriage. Some dude up top just fucking whipping them.
Oh my God.
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
You travel all morning, eventually coming across to the town of Ravensholm. It's probably not as you would expect to look. It's very vibrant and green. A lot of thatch houses. Some houses in that like climb up trees and like kind of branch out. Like that open plank look with like outdoor rooms in the trees. As you get closer, you hear a bunch of birds start cawing at you, and they fly towards the city. Once you enter the city proper, you don't, or the town proper, you don't see anybody there.
Unusual.
Alarming.
Very.
Where is everyone? Oh, you know what? Are we in Qatar?
No.
Oh, never mind.
Ravenholm.
We're in Ravensholm.
The thing I said.
Thought we skipped past
Yeah.
that.
No.
Good question, Carnus.
You guys slow down, you keep going, you stop.
I kind of actually vote for slowing down.
Yeah, I would say slow down as well.
Okay. You slow down a bit. Just like skill zone speed going through, just slowly watching everything.
This is kind of unnerving.
What?
Said this is kind of unnerving.
Oh, I thought you said something's dripping. I'm like, what? Gross. Everyone roll me a perception check.
Perception.
14.
18.
20.
Am I rolling or no?
You can. You're essentially with them.
I like to roll. Yeah. I just like to roll too. 16.
Bromley and Damien. You guys ride in the cart, you start looking out the window. Where the hell is everyone? Start peering around. Like you like scanning the houses in the town, and as you get to certain houses you hear shutters slam closed. You notice that there's a bunch of kine above one house. As you look up, you just see someone perched on a roof in long draped clothes, cowl covering the face. You see them just kind of stand up tall.
That's not unnerving at all.
Oh, there goes Raz.
Yep.
Goodbye, Bromley. Ooh, I'm Carnus now.
All right, let's hear your voice. Let's hear your Karna's voice.
Wow. That was amazing.
I tried.
So Raz is storming, caught up with him.
Discord's
Well,
acting up.
Oh. Damon, I assume you pointed out to everyone else.
I do.
You see the cloaked figure stand tall. His robe looks bulky. Underneath you can see feathers. You notice his feet are black but talons. like eagle's legs for catching prey.
That's... I'm not sure what to make of that.
You hear a couple caws coming from crows flying overhead. And then you just see more and more of the cloaked figures standing on top of homes.
I think we're in cult territory.
Oh. That's not good.
Definitely feel like we're in cult territory again.
Carlos, you're driving, right?
Yeah.
Some small creature runs in front of the caravan. Give me a dexterity save to stop the caravan in time.
If only this was my monk. Oh, hey!
You do a quick brake as something dashed in front, and you're like, oh shit, what was that? You come to a screeching halt, and you hear a little, caw, caw. You poke your head out the window, and you see a very small humanoid crow.
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
What's your name?
You okay? Name?
I'm okay. My name's Carnus.
Name Carnus.
No, my name's Carnus.
No, my name's Carnus.
Oh no.
You see one of the doors open wide, and a black and blue feathered kenku runs out, swoops up her child, and runs back in.
Okay, bye!
The door shuts.
We almost hit a bird.
Figured. In some interesting territory.
I've never seen, I've heard about bird people. I've never seen them before. I didn't know they didn't talk very good.
Pot kettle Carnus. Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna call to one of the crow people that's the hooded people that's on top of the house that we're near. Can we help you? In any way
You
that's
see
not
them
going to
tilt their
be
head
killed?
and kind of put their head up, and you see the large beak open up, and he goes, "Help! Help! Help!" To which other ones on other buildings start screaming, "Help! Help! Help! Help!"
That's creepy.
Hey. Yeah, let's just head south.
We shouldn't help them?
Or
Or do you think someone else said help?
I don't think anyone actually said help. I think they're just mimicking.
Oh.
And the sooner we get out of here, the better for Alari and for Mix.
Okay. I guess so. I can't risk hurting any more kobolds.
Yeah, especially since, you have kind of an egg and Mix and Alari is pregnant and we have some precious cargo.
Yeah.
Let's just
Okay.
kind of keep going.
You power up your rats. Keep going.
Yeah.
With a sudden start, you guys start moving along your way through the middle of town, out the south road. As you guys exit the town proper, behind the cabbage carriage, you see a bunch of townsfolk in the long robes and still black feathers, just kind of watching you from the street, holding various pitchforks or staves. And so the town just made a little militia to defend itself.
As we're going by them, say, "We're not gonna hurt you. We're just passing through," and wave.
You see one of the smaller ones just like wave a wing and say, "Hurt!"
Curtis.
Sorry, I was trying to be nice.
Continue on through. From here, Katala is about a 3 days ride. So, after finishing out the day, you guys can either take turns driving, or you can stop for the night. But the cabbage carriage will probably have to stop.
What do you want to do, Carnus?
Should we set up camp so we can all get a good rest and then continue tomorrow?
Probably not a bad idea.
Okay.
Who are you, Maddie? Are you gonna camp with these filthy creatures?
I camp at a far enough distance where I can see them, but I don't have to interact with them.
Sure. You go a little farther ahead just so you're upwind of them.
Yeah.
You can keep them in sight, but they're not too far off. They seem to know where they're going. You find a nice little spot next to a running creek. Some tall trees with low brush. Sun starts to set. You start hearing the hooting of owls, to which Hootie starts calling back to. Just woo, woo.
Oh!
You hear the owl.
Karna starts doing it too. Oh!
You hear the owls hooting.
Woo.
Hootie, do you want to be with your own kind?
Woo.
They're not his own kind, Carnus. They're not owl bears, they're just owls.
Well, I don't know, maybe owl bears. Who?
I'm sure they do, I'm just saying, I don't think these ones are actual owl bears.
Okay. You said it's near a creek?
Yep.
Excuse me. Karnus would like to take Hootie for a little dip in the stream, in the water.
Sure.
Don't go too far, Carnus.
Okay, I'm just going to the water over here.
You start going into the water. You walking Hootie hand in hand. As soon as you get to the water, you hear a bunch of rustling behind you. As you look, you see all the other kobolds dragging their stuff with them. Someone's got little pool floaties, stuff like that. Bath time.
Yeah, bath time.
Okay.
Get some fish too.
Everybody in the pool! As just 170 kobolds just start playing in the stream. They don't need that deep of water. It's not a strong current. They start laughing and chattering. What, guys?
I would say let's stop off and get some water, but 170 kobolds in the creek, yeah, it's not clean anymore.
Go upstream.
It's running water.
We should be fine. We've got enough water to last us to Katal. And after that, it won't be an issue anymore.
Falls in a drought.
While they're swimming, or while they're in their water, Karnus wants to just catch any fish or whatever little critters might be in there and just eat them and give some to Hootie.
Sure. Give me a dexterity check. What does anyone else want to do during some downtime?
I was actually planning on bathing.
Everyone's bathing.
It's fine.
I'm gonna invite Bromley to play Dragon Chess while we wait for him.
You're upwind and upstream, so you can do that without a worry of kobold filth.
I got 18.
Okay. You start like diving for fish and critters. Some of the other kobolds see you doing that, and they start doing that, which then just like they're all like, "Oh, there's food in here," and like pretty much all the kobolds are now just diving, just destroying the stream of its ecosystem. But yeah, you catch a couple fish, some like crawdads, some slugs, some snails.
And while I'm doing that, I'm like trying to teach Hootie how to do it too.
You see Hootie not too fond of the water, but he's like waist deep into it, and like just fluffing his feathers out and like shaking them to get the water in it. But you can see he doesn't really want to dive under and swim.
Okay.
Baby.
I say, it's okay, Hootie, if you're scared. You don't have to get all the way in. And then I hand him a fish.
He will just grab that out of your hand and just just like force it down his own throat. You can see it like wiggling in his throat before he finishes its goal. Every now and then you can still see it like wiggle in his tummy. Damien and Bromley. Dragon chess?
Yeah.
Who
Sure.
is proficient in dragon chess?
It's one of my tools, so
You'd have proficiency if it's your set. You'd have proficiency with
yeah.
it.
I don't.
Well, both of you roll me a d20, and if you're proficient with it, roll your proficiency as well. For the outcome of the game.
So D20 plus 5, I guess in this case,
Sure.
since it's proficient, that's my proficiency bonus. 24.
1.
Bromley, not familiar with this game at all. Keeps picking up the wrong pieces, moving them in places where they're not supposed to go. Damien's very patient for a while. She was like, no, you gotta put him here, but eventually just like, whatever. And then stomps him in like 5 turns.
It's like, this one here. This one here.
More or less. You're really not familiar with this game, are you?
Not at all. I mostly play cards.
Understandable, I suppose. How would I make your deal? You teach me cards, I'll teach you Dragon Chess.
Alrighty.
Are you doing a game of cards now?
Yep.
Roll it again, but Rad's with proficiency.
$17.
16.
So while showing Damien how to play, you notice he's picking it up pretty well. And before you lay down your final hand, which you're pretty confident is going to win, you feel like you taught him a little too well. As you put down your cards, you go, ha, I win. About to go for, like, whatever you guys are betting on. Damien puts down a hand that beats you just by 1.
Fast learner.
That's generally the consensus, yeah. Kinda have to be.
Most definitely.
Play again?
Sure, we got some time.
You guys keep playing until you both get tired.
Yeah.
Maddie.
Fine.
You said you're going to go to the stream?
Yes.
Alright. You start hearing the snooze of your ambassador again. You're like, oh god, this guy. Useless on trips. Not even good conversation. It's not even good conversation otherwise. You don't know how the hell he got this job. He's just kind of a snooty prick. He does seem to take a liking to you in not a creepy way. But, like, just as a travel companion, he's not much. He's like the person who'll just sit there and stare out the windshield and just not say anything for hours on end. And you're like, okay. You start hearing this news from him. The driver is tending to the elk often on the tree line. You feel like you can steal a couple moments to yourself by going to the stream to bathe. Roll me perception. What?
Oh, sorry, I was talking to myself.
25. And you're, what kind of elf are you?
Hi, Elf.
Okay. Looking up into the night sky, you see, all the constellations. You also start seeing shooting stars going in front of your moon. You know, to the moon elves, that's a sign of good luck. Like an omen of luck. Would you respect other elves' traditions, being a high elf? Or would you just kind of brush them off?
Wait, I thought moon elves were a sect of high elves.
Moon elves are like a different type.
Oh, weird. All my research said they were the same thing. Yeah, I would.
If you are, that's my bad. Fine, whatever. You take it as a positive omen.
Different kinds of games might have different rules about what the races are. It might have changed from third edition to 5th edition. Or that.
I might be too, honestly. I don't know.
Natty.
I thought there was different types of elves. Hold on.
There are.
Oh my gosh, it's so flat.
This is my second scheme for the
Oh
big
my-
boy scarf.
Oh, Jesus.
And I do mean, you saw it last week.
Oh, yeah.
Big boy scarf.
You can make a dress out of that.
For those wondering, chat, Ark is crocheting a scarf from
Aizawa.
Has some anime thing that I don't know. My Hero Academia. That's what I thought. I couldn't remember the name of the character though.
Maddie, inspiration to you. You're correct. I was thinking wood elves. High elves are essentially moon elves. For the same purposes of what I was thinking of.
I was gonna say, because I think I wrote my character as a moon elf.
Good job. You were right.
Good job.
Thank you.
You see, you're a good open. You just let yourself just relax and enjoy your bath. Everyone starts to bed down for the evening. Why don't you all roll me? Yes.
Cast alert around my carriage as we go to bed.
Sure. Cast alert. And everyone beds down for the evening. Finally, let's sleep take them. First of all, is anyone doing a watch over in the caravan?
We probably should do some watches.
I'll take first watch.
Okay. I'll take second.
I'll do third.
Okay. Why don't everyone roll me d20 for dreams. Maddie, you can go at inspiration.
What? Inspiration or advantage?
Advantage.
Yeah, that's about right. He never has good dreams.
Damn it, one sec. I rolled a d2.
At least you got the 2.
8! 8 was my highest.
Alright, let's do dreams first, and then we'll do watch. Going by rolls. Damien, you just go back to that night you were seduced. It
Nice.
starts off as a pretty good dream. But midway through, you just see Alari just shift into Baz during the intercourse. And it just becomes a nightmare escape from there on. You just hear his laugh haunting your dreams. No matter how many times you wake up and try to go back to sleep, you still hear that laugh. That damn laugh.
He's dead. It's over with. He's dead. It's over with.
Bromley. You dream of your family and where they might be now, if they had still been alive. If only you could have protected them from all the ghouls. You go back to when you're facing down a lich and just failed to do so. Your dream just brings you dread and grief. You start seeing your family risen up as ghouls itself and start to maul and tear you apart. You wake up in a hot sweat, ready for your watch.
Yeah. Ah.
Karnas? What would be a good dream for Karnas? As your paladin in your kobold pile next to Mix.
Probably that his son hatched and grew up to be a strong, young, powerful kobold that goes on to do good things. Whether that's leading a clan, his own kobold clan as a king kobold, or doing other good things.
Okay. And Sabina. Despite your good omen, you dream of what horrors entering the human capital will do. You know they're not your king of elves.
I thought the family ruling title was
Ruling family is dwarves, but it is all. Red Lion Dynasty is mostly the home of about 80% of the humans in the planet.
fair enough.
You start to worry of, what, are they just going to attack me as soon as we get in town? Am I risking my life for this mission? Is it even possible to get peace between these, between our folks, countries? You just start having dreams of doubt that just echo with you throughout the next day.
Wunderbar.
Who was up on first watch?
Damien.
Damon, why don't you go ahead and roll me perception?
Fantastic. 25.
25. Your night goes by pretty well. It's a full moon. You can see pretty well in the nighttime sky. So well you can see a large bird just flying across the sky. Every now and then it'll blot out the moonlight. Like if you shine direct at the middle, it'll blot it out for a moment. You hear it shriek miles away, but just the sheer size of it gives it purchase in your mind. You do recall the story Karnas told you of being kidnapped by a bird once. Maybe it's the same bird.
That's what happened to that bird.
What? But other than
Hear
that,
anything,
what?
or see anything? Do I hear or see anything else?
Other than that, no. The midnight goes pretty well, pretty smooth.
Okay.
Who was second?
Me, Karnas.
Correct.
Karnas, you waking from your good dream in your little cobalt pile. Stretch. Go out a window, climb on top of the train.
Hey, Karnas.
What?
Did you happen to kill that giant bird that took you from the arena?
No. I kind of wiggled out of its claws and fell to the ground. And then it flew away.
Oh. Oh, good.
Yeah.
I think we might have to deal with that bird eventually.
Oh. That'll be
there-
fun.
Somewhere inside the train.
Lots of meat.
Yeah. Alright, I'm going to bed. Good night.
Oh, okay, night.
Guys, go ahead and roll your perception.
Dead.
Okay. You keep. It's a nice, cold, calm night. You hear the stream trickling alongside, the carriage. You keep getting catches the glinting of moonlight off of the water. Just showing you the shinies of the water. It keeps your attention for a while. You kind of zone out for a little bit, and when you come back to, you see Bromley with like a hand on your shoulder. You ready for his shift?
But the hand is sort of like by night, isn't it?
Yep. Nice and clear, and there's some water.
I agree. There's a
Right.
stillness in the air.
Yep. Nothing
Alright.
really happened on my watch, so good luck. I'll
Good.
see you later.
Alright. Bed down for some rest.
Go back to my pile, my kobold pile.
Bromley, go ahead and roll me perception.
17.
Okay. You take your seat on top of the train. Just start looking around. Get your morning stretches in. Just getting ready for the day. You hear a couple things off in the distance, in the trees. Maybe it's birds waking up. Maybe it's something else. But you start hearing a rustle in the upper branches of trees.
I would kind of, just kind of keep my ears to that rustling. Is there nothing
Okay.
heavier?
You keep an ear to it. It seems to cease after a little while. You do notice something glinting off in the... Every now and then you'll see like a shine or a glint coming from the forest line. You kind of keep an eye on it until the sun rises, to which the glint seems to fade away into... It loses its splendor as it gets nulled by everything else around it gaining its light and color. Unable to focus on it again.
That'd be something I'd bring up to the fellows when they wake up.
But the night is over. Everyone gets a nice long rest. Go ahead and apply that. Probably Dame would be first to wake up because he took first shift.
Okay. Anything happen, Bromley?
No, it was pretty calm night. Very still air. Listening to the creek over here was delightful. But there was some rustling about in the treetops here, but nothing too bad. But there was a glint that I couldn't get much on out there, right there in the forest line. But once the sun rose, it kind of went away.
Brian, was it in the in the direction of Raven's home, or was it going forward?
You guys are pretty far away from Raven's home. You're there in the morning. No, it'd be further along than that.
Okay. So it's going towards Katal.
Right.
Okay. Alright, we'll just have to keep an eye out then.
I agree.
Okay. Everyone else, all the kobolds start waking up. Like a bunch of just critters all waking up in a giant big old pile. Like a puppy pile. One wakes up the other, and that one just kind of chain reacts into everyone yawning, stretching. Kobolds getting ready for the day. Some move back to the creek to freshen up. Some just want to play in it before they get back, have to stuff back into the carriage. You see some of the younger kobolds just going on sprints. Some of them chasing rabbits, stuff like that. You guys do see a couple kobolds getting real close to the tree line.
My friend, step back from the forest line.
Give me persuasion.
Let me find it.
Karnas helps. Hey guys, come back!
26.
Jesus.
21.
Right.
From the top of the train, you guys start shouting, "Come back! Come back!" As the hatchlings begrudgingly let their prey go. As you see a rabbit hop into the forest. To which, as soon as you see that a rabbit hop into the forest, it is immediately swooped and snatched by a very fast bird.
Just kneel down in front of some of the kobolds. So, you know how we lost a lot of our kobolds, don't you?
Yeah.
We don't want to lose you guys, too, because your parents would be your captors would be very upset if they lost you, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
So you need to stay where it would be bad for the clan, and your parents would be very upset. So, why don't you stay where we can see you? I know you want to chase the rabbits, but you need to do where clan can keep an eye on you, okay?
But it's so boring being in the train.
Do you want to go swimming?
We did that.
Okay.
I wanted to chase rabbits.
If you promise not to go near the tree line, and you stay close to us, you can chase rabbits.
What if the rabbits go in the tree line?
Find different rabbits.
Safe.
Those rabbits will get eaten by bigger things. What?
I have an idea, Karnas. Do you have something shiny?
In the, caravan.
It just doesn't need to be anything big, it just needs to be something small.
Okay. Hey, I dig through my bag and pull out a shiny.
Yeah, you have a blow throw.
I just kind of angle it so the light's catching it, and I just start making the light move around. Hey, what's that?
You, like a bunch of cats, you see kobolds just like on all fours, just like trying to get it. To which you get you get about all the hatchlings. The older one, the more adult kobolds are onto your game, but they're enjoying watching the hatchlings chase the light.
Keep them
Sabina,
safe and
all the hubbub coming from the kobolds seems to wake you up.
Joy. I'm gonna start preparing breakfast for I want to call him the Duke, for the ambassador.
Gonna burn his cigar on his own stomach.
And then just fucking do it again.
Yeah. What are you preparing? What kind of meats and veg have you brought for breakfast?
I would cook some ham and prepare some eggs in a poached style.
Okay. Some good old poached ham and eggs. Not bad. Do you make enough for the driver, or is he on his own?
Of course I make enough for the driver.
Okay. About halfway through making, you hear, Sabina, so nice of you. Please, please, come. Well, bring the food, but come.
I take the food and enter the carriage.
Cabbage.
Cabbage carriage. He goes, Edmund, come in too. You need your breakfast. As Edmund enters the carriage. You guys start having just a real nice breakfast. Go ahead and roll me a d10, Maddie.
Yep, that's a 20. There we go.
You
3.
gain 3 temporary hit points.
Woo!
So we're just going to follow the kobold creatures until we get to Catal.
It would appear that his name's not a rider. Oh my god. Horseman? Our horseman doesn't have a map.
Edmund, you don't have a map. To which he's like, it's dead, it's nothing I can do. Doesn't have any roads, just a fucking capital city here. Doesn't tell me how to get to it. The ambassador just gives a heavy sigh. Goes, well, I guess we could follow the caravan of kobolds. As long as we're in town within a week. That's when we're expected. Alright, well, we'll follow them, I guess. Until then, Sabina, and he like starts to go into like a lecture about like politics, and it's just generally boring. The driver eats as fast as possible just so he can get away out of it and away from it. It's good information to have, but he is not a public speaker. Like, there's no flair. It's just monotone. You're like, fuck, I'd rather do anything else.
I write down the notes, but I'm like doodling all over everything.
Back to the cartel of kobolds.
Kobold cartel.
What are you guys doing?
Karnas is back at the stream trying to get some fish to bring back to cook before we take off. For the party.
Roll me another dexterity check.
Did anyone else hear dexterity?
No, but I rolled a 1.
Oh.
Karnas unable to find any fish or grubs or snails or crawdads or whatever. Thinking maybe all the kobolds ate everything in the stream. for a while. The water's muddied. It's not as clean as it was yesterday when you came in, but the stream bed does glitter with various colored cobalt scales, and they seem to go downstream for a while.
Well, no fish for breakfast, I guess. Go back to the caravan.
All right. You see Nix come up to you and goes, "Come on.
What?
When do you want to head out?"
Very soon.
Okay.
We should start getting packed up now.
As he calls all the kobolds back to the caravan. Very slowly and begrudgingly, they come back to the caravan. They're enjoying their open space before it got too bright out. But eventually, they're all back in the caravan, ready to move forward.
And we lost. Oh, you're back.
Sorry, my tumbler hit the side of my computer and turned it off. Like, put it in sleep mode. It has a very
Nice.
sensitive.
Someone want to give me a navigation and a drive check. So navigation would just be survival, and let's just do dexterity check for driving.
29. Not 20.
Jesus.
15.
Damien, looking at the map, you start seeing landmarks of which you think you're what you're near. Maybe you're back on a road near a map. Kind of puts a little hope in your heart. As Karnas kind of kicks the train into gear and it starts with a quick lunge. It fucking starts moving forward. The squeak of rats and their ungreased wheels making a hell of a noise. You guys start to move along. Sabina, how about a good hour into the lecture that which you're copying down, you see the cobalt train pass you, and all you can think of is, "Oh, thank God." As you hear the driver knock on the top of the caravan as it starts to lurch forward with the deer pulling it.
It would appear, sir, we're on the move.
Fantastic. That reminds me of another story. As he just goes into just a long, drawn story that has pretty much no point, but it was about how he ate a Danish,
Oh, wonderful.
and it was the only Danish allowed because all the other Danishes, a king once choked on them, which made them become outlawed, and he had the last Danish, and he hoarded it and stole it away because they're just so good. He had to keep one, and then his whole story is about him going on a quest to retrieve the Danish that he stowed away. To which, when he opened it up, he was like, "That was just moldy," and I threw it away. And you're like, I wasted an hour and a half on this story. What the fuck? But he's like, "We're bonding pretty well, right?"
Yeah, yes, sir, we are.
Roll deception.
This is like the first character I've had that's not good at deception. Thanks, Schleck.
Maddie, you rolled one higher than his insight. He goes, "Oh, wonderful, perfect." I changed his accent. Fuck. Whatever.
Eat your Danish.
I have more stories if you're intrigued. Would you like to hear of my croissants?
Sir, I do want to remind you, we have a lot of paperwork and a speech to prepare ahead of this. Do you want to get ready?
So I was eating this croissant, and majority of his stories are just food-based, and you're like, oh, I just want to go back to work. And work is way better than listening to this guy fucking talk about his shitty stories.
Can I sneakily just start reading one of my books?
Yeah, you kind of like cross your leg and kind of hop up a book on one thing, and you're making notes over here, but you're just doodling as you're reading. And he's not paying that much attention. He's like looking up, counting down his fingers. Like, and then I run into, probably about 5 trolls, and I killed them all by myself. And you're like, whatever. Just not listening, just keep picking up random bits of the story. With Ark's fucking natural 20 for a 29 on survival, you feel like there might be an old road, because there's a road on your map, but you don't quite see where the entrance would be, but you feel like there might be a shortcut through, instead of going around a mountain range, you can cut a day by going, or cut 2 days by going pretty much directly through and over. It does say is a miner's trail.
So we can make it. We can probably get through a little bit quicker.
Okay, let's
If
do
I'm
it.
reading this right.
Let's do it.
No hesitation,
Alright.
Carnus.
So I point out
Carnus
where
is just excited to get back to Catal and see his old clan.
I point out where the trails should be.
Carnus, you start following Damien's guidance and just go off-road. You hear thump 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 as you're just hitting lumpy, driving in the grass, essentially. Pull over a couple trees that would be about 10, 15 years old. Just ramming into them because it's hard to drive around. It's slowing the train down a bit, but after about 30 minutes of working through it, you finally get to an opening in a gravel road that kind of has a steep incline, but it does go up the mountainside instead of going around the mountains.
Okay.
As you start heading up the mountain pass. Yes.
Oh, I wasn't raising my hand. I was pulling yarn.
Gotcha. I have a question. It's yarn. You start to ascend the mountain pass. It takes a solid couple hours to reach the pinnacle of the road of where it's going, to which you then have to drive around a mountain pass to get to the other side of the mountain. But you can see vast forest in front of you, like you're 1,000-something feet up in the air on a mountain. Looking down, you see the forest, you see cities pocketed miles apart, or towns pocketed miles apart. You see a large city off in the distance to the southeast. Carnage, you recognize it as Catal.
I point out, there's Catal!
As you point towards Catal, you see the land around Catal has become more, not as green, but like kind of a yellowish, like dry grain fields kind of stuff.
That's upsetting.
Oh no, they must produce more wheat for the increased population in the town.
But you do see the stream going through it, and it just brings hope to you. You can finally see it after... How long do you think Carnus has been gone for?
How long has the party been together?
this party, like 2 weeks, I think.
Like, because Karnas
2 or 3
first
weeks.
met Damien and Alari.
It's only been 2 weeks
Yeah.
per game?
I think in game 2 or 3.
Really?
Okay, so...
Fell in love and had a child in 3 weeks.
She's pregnant. They haven't had their child yet.
He could have been like wandering the forest for a while too.
Yeah, trying to think. Karnas has probably been gone for like a month and a half. Cause like, figure he was in the arena for a week before the bird took him away, and then wandering the forest for like a week before running into Damien and Alari.
Okay.
Okay.
So, month and a half since you laid eyes on it. Not a lot's changed. You're pretty excited to see it. You're pretty excited to see the sands that surround Katal. Everyone give me a perception check.
Karnas would also like to point out Katal to Mix and Licks and any kobolds that will look.
27?
8!
Oh, Bromley.
So, as everyone stopped at the top of the hill, everyone's like, just stopped for a while, taking the view. Karnas is chittering about, like, how just things about Katal. One of the things that you pick up on, Damien, is one of the mountains around Katal called Turtle Mountain. And you're looking around, and you kind of see a mountain that's in the shape of a turtle shell. You're like, well, maybe that's what he's talking about. And then Cards goes into some fables about how it's like an old turtle. His clan leader was talking about how it many generations ago just laid rest there and just slept.
Sorry.
He just didn't get up again. But Damien, you see in Katal, you're a couple miles away. You can see some details about it, but mostly you see a very large staging area outside of the city, which you can probably guess is a military district. And then even more south, you see a twin mountain with a large crack in the middle. And referencing your map, you know that as Drum Forge.
That's Dreamforge, isn't it, Karnas?
Yeah! Yeah, it is!
You want to tell me anything about it?
What do I know about it? Isn't that where dwarves... That's where all the dwarves live!
Dwarves and gnomes and
And-
tinkerers.
And gnomes. And other tinkerers.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's where they make all the things. And then they send them to Katal, and we buy them. The people of Katal buy them from them.
Would imagine.
Is there anything you guys want to do while on the mountaintop?
Yodel.
Give me a performance.
No, I was being a shit.
No, roll it. Roll that yodel.
Do it, Maddie.
I gotta look at my performance. Oh no, it's 1.
You're not a charisma character.
No. I miss my charisma characters. Oh, there we go. It wasn't going.
Hooter Penny!
guess that's what a yodel is. Like, I don't have anything to dispute you in it. So, like, you just hear a couple claps from kobolds that look kind of confused. And they're like, here we go. It's too bright up here.
It's very bright. It's okay. We'll get down there and we'll get in the trees and we'll get underground. It'll be great. We're gonna see my old clan.
Oh, underground sounds nice.
Oh, I know. I'm so excited.
You guys start moving the caravan along again. Start going down the hill. You reach the bottom of the mountain right before dusk. Damien, as you're riding along before dusk, you start hitting the forest. You start hearing a small sound. At first, you don't quite make it out, but after just like kind of listening and focusing on it, it's harp music. You just start hearing music.
That sounds like it's a harp.
You hear a harp?
Yeah,
Just
weirdly
like,
enough.
well played. There's no missing chords, no wrong chords, just well played. As you mentioned to Karnas, he kind of perks up and listens to.
Is it Styx? No, Styx died.
To which the point everyone else can start hearing it. It's soft, melodic, calming, welcoming, even.
Karnas will like.
Interesting.
Karnas is driving. Never mind.
What?
I was gonna say Karnas grabs Mix and starts dancing with her, but he's driving, so he's not gonna do that.
Yeah.
It's a little hard to dance when you're driving.
I can dance in place and just sway.
Y'all have never seen my driving.
Oh.
I have.
You start entering the forest proper, and the sun is pretty much covered by the trees. Almost forced to stop until daylight. You can't really see where you're going. It's an old, overgrown road on a map that's only been available in outside the country of what you're in. You don't think many people go this path anymore, besides the occasional, like, miner, but you haven't seen anyone yet.
Guess this is a path no one really knows about anymore.
Guess not. How far away from Katal are we?
One day.
One day.
You can probably get there around mid to late day tomorrow.
Okay.
Anyone doing anything as you start setting up camp?
Just kind of keeping a wary eye out.
Sure.
Yeah.
Maddie?
Could I set alarm around our carriage as we go to sleep?
Sure. One second.
One Mississippi.
Alright, so Maddie's setting up alarms. Kobolds and party?
Probably just set up watch for the night.
Ye-
Okay.
Take turns.
You still hear, like, the music playing. It seems like it's on whatever Bard's playing it, like, as soon as it stops, it'd restart.
A little odd.
It's It's about a 20-minute song, so not long enough to where you're like, oh god. At first you're like, this is a nice song. This is a really long song. As you're listening to it, like, is it just restarting?
Can we tell what direction it's coming from?
Yeah, coming from east.
Okay. Sorry, I was just reading the chat. I tell Damien, like, I'm gonna go investigate.
I'll go with you.
Bromley, are you going with him? What are you doing?
Might as well. They don't need the help. Care will be fine, I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah, Laurie's there. It'll be fine.
So, Karna sets out with Damien and Bromley in tow. Karna, you just follow your ears. You feel like the song is on just the wind, and you just kind of follow it, weaving through trees. Weaving through trees almost in like a dance form. It kind of gets you in a rhythm. And you start swaying your hips with it, moving your shoulders. After a little while, you notice yourself just kind of like just two-step dancing along. You eventually get to a tree. You circle around it. Its song's definitely coming from this tree. You can't quite find the source of it.
I put my ear to the tree.
You just hear the thunk of wood. It's not coming from inside the tree.
I walk around the tree.
Give me a perception.
11.
Bromley and Damien, you guys do anything?
I'm gonna roll as well.
Yeah, I gotta figure out exactly where the
27?
Jesus.
I'm on a...
Don't say anything. You're gonna jinx it.
That's true.
18.
Damien and Bromley, you guys start. You see this tree just seemingly just making music. Can't quite figure out why or how. You start inspecting the tree, looking up and down. Damien, in one of the knots of the tree, you notice a small recessed shape. A button, maybe.
I'm gonna poke it. I'm gonna hit it.
As you immediately poke the button, Bromley and Carnus, you see Damien disappear.
Damien! Damien, where'd you go?
Damien, you were in a forest of grass, tall above you, but in front of you stands a very, very normal-sized door. Above it just reads Tina's.
Tina's? This is... odd.
You see large creatures above you walk around, almost stepping on you. One as red of scales as Carnus. You focus your eyes. Carnus is fucking huge. A stout being next to him you can only guess is Bromley.
No. Oh no.
Bromley,
Oh,
Carnus?
no.
Damon's gone. You have no sight of him.
Did I see him poke the button?
I'd say Bromley would have.
Bromley, did you see what happened to Carnus? No. Damien?
What happened to me? Where did I go? What?
from what I understand is, Damien was searching around the street like we were. He found this little notch. I guess he pushed something inside, and all of a sudden, they weren't there anymore.
Oh! I poked the button.
You poke the button, Karnas disappears. Probably it's just you and this tree that's making people disappear.
Is there any more things I can examine this tree of? See why it's making people appear?
Give me investigation.
Don't step on the little ones.
9.
You start like rubbing your bare hands against the tree, like trying to inspect, like knock on it. Is it hollow? Is it made of something? It's a tree. You can't think of what else it'd be.
That is interesting. I have no idea where people could be going, or...
Karnas, why did you push the button?
I don't know.
Karnas, you see in front of you a small archway with like little rings on it, and above it just says Tina's.
What's that?
A bar of some sort.
A bar? Let's go in.
Sure.
Oh, I start walking towards the door.
Karnas leads the way into the door. Probably you just gonna hang out outside.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
try and... I'll deal early. Net, especially 3 and Y.
Sure. Karnas, as you enter, and Damien soon follows. You enter, you open the door, and you hear a door chime go ding ding ding. You enter into a shop with things just filled the walls. Little glass display cases holding trinkets and items. T-shirts on a rack that just have a pixie's face on it that says Tina's Tremendous Treehouse. You hear it from the back and you go, oh! Oh! Customers! Oh! What?
Oh!
To which you see a very large, well, a woman about the same size as you guys, but with large butterfly wings, step behind the counter. He goes, hi!
Hi!
I'm Tina!
I'm Karnas.
Welcome to my shop!
Thanks.
What are you doing here?
I don't
How?
know.
Son, let me introduce you myself. I'm Tina of Tina's Tremendous Treehouse.
I'm
I got
Karnas, the
trinkets and
kobold of the
toys.
town.
What do you need?
What do you have?
She just starts like motioning to all the things. You see a very small trebuchet that's just on the counter. She's got rolled up scrolls of various types. She has a trident. She has a little like tent. She has little trinkets. She has various parchments, jars of liquid.
A way for us to get back to our normal size?
She goes, well, if you're interested in purchasing some magical items, I have some for sale from my adventures.
Uh-huh. How much?
Oh, well, it depends on which one. Like this tiny Tina's trebuchet, that'll be 100 teeth.
Teeth.
Yes, teeth. I'm a tooth fairy. What else do you expect me to take?
Fair point, I suppose, knowing now that you're a tooth fairy.
What
Karnas,
did you think I was?
Karnas starts digging through his bag to see if he has any spare teeth in there.
Would Karnas have teeth?
No, but he's definitely collected some various dead things that might have teeth in them.
Roll me luck.
For a moment, I thought you were asking if Karnas had teeth in, like, his mouth.
Karnas the gummy kobold.
That was something I was actually gonna look up really quick. But first I'll roll my luck. Charisma and Dex. 17.
Yeah, you can find about. You rummage through, you find various animal teeth. You get about a handful of that, like. Roll a D100 for me. And that'll be how much teeth you can pull out.
Roll high. Roll high.
But Tina starts going through, like, the items she has. And she lists off Tina's Tina Trebuchet, Tiny Tina's Tablet of Taxing Tolls, Tiny Tina's Trident of Tracking Trees, Tiny Tina's Tiny Tent, Tiny Tina's String of Taco Tracking, Tiny Tina's Tablet of Taxing Teeth, Tiny Tina's Test of Tension, Tiny Tina's Trinket of Throwaway Thickener, Tiny Tina's Towel of Temptation, Tiny Tina's T-shirt of Temperature, Tiny Tina's Tricks of the Trade, Tiny Tina's Therapy Thingy, Tiny Tina's Tablet of Taxidermy, Tiny Tina's Trunk of Tremendous Terrors, Tiny Tina's Tale of Trick, Tiny Tina's Trick Shot, and Tiny Tina's Tragic Tie.
Nothing to make us go back to our normal size.
Oh, that happens as soon as you leave the door.
So if Karnas loses teeth, they do grow back.
Right.
That just happens throughout kobold lives. They shed teeth as they wear out.
So they're like
their
the
lives.
shark. So they're like sharks.
Yep. Tiny scaly sharks.
The last item she puts on the counter is like a tortoise. She says, "This is Tiny Tina's Tiny Tortoise. Clean up any mess you can make." And then she fucking stares at you, Damien, with a little intensity. Goes, "Any mess." Back to like the smiley demeanor.
How much for the tortoise?
15 teeth.
Oh! Damien, I want to get the tortoise. Tiny Tina's tiny tortoise.
Make sure you have to feed him daily.
What do you feed him?
Well, when I was using him, his name was Tedric. Tedric the tortoise. And he liked to eat all the bodies I left behind.
Oh. We
He's a
don't
hungry
do that.
boy.
We don't leave bodies behind. Never mind. We shouldn't get the tortoise.
Yeah.
Damien, there's a trunk in the corner of the room that's just rattling.
It's in the trunk.
That's not. Hey Tina,
Yeah.
stupid question. What's in the trunk?
Well, if I told you that, it wouldn't be a mystery now again, would it? It's been
Uh-huh.
there for so long I've actually forgotten what it was, but I know I locked it away for a damn good reason.
Right. We don't need to know what's in the. We don't need to know what's in the trunk.
Trunks for sale? Would you
Nope.
like the trunk?
Nope.
It's only 100 teeth, or 10 teeth.
Nope.
I'll tell you what. She kind of like leans in, gives you like a little wink, like some sparkles kind of puff off after the wink, like glitter in the air. He goes, "For you, hun, I'll give you 7 teeth for it. It's yours for 7 teeth."
Nope.
It's a
We
good
just got
trunk.
done dealing. We just got done dealing with a demon, and I'm not
It's
super
not
not.
a demon, honey. Please, fixes
You
don't
literally
do demons.
said- You literally said you don't remember what's in the trunk.
Right, but I didn't deal with demons in my adventures. And even if I did, all of those trinkets would have been sold long ago. You know how much demons sell for? Oh, God. I couldn't keep them in stock long enough.
That's terrifying, honestly.
Yeah. So you notice her, like, kind of eyeballing you, like, doing the up and down.
Can I help you?
You can buy some of my stuff.
I want to buy something. What else? What else? What's in that
Of
jar?
course. What's your name, little man?
I'm Karnas. I'm the kobold of Katal.
Oh, Kobold of Katal. What a strong name. What a great title.
I
What
know.
would you like to look at?
That jar. What's in that jar? He points at a jar of liquid.
She pulls down a jar of liquid. It's just like kind of like a thick blue liquid, puts it down on the table. He goes, "This is Tiny Tina's. Fuck, where is it? Tiny Tina's trying to throw away thickener.
What's it do?
Well, you uncork it, throw it on some water or any kind of liquid. I'm only doing it on water, and you can walk across it for 50 feet.
Interesting.
That's neat. How much is it?
That is 50 teeth.
What can I get for 28? And he holds out a handful of his teeth.
You can buy a therapy thingy.
What's a therapy thing?
Once a day, it'll cast calm emotions on the user.
Well, that's nice.
It looks like a little, Rubik's Cube kind of thing.
Lord,
I'll
we need that
take
on this
it.
trip.
You can buy a tablet of taxidermy for 20 teeth.
What's that do?
Taxidermy is a medium or small beast instantly in any pose that you want.
Does it
The
do
therapy
anything?
thing's probably what we need, honestly.
Does it do anything?
A taxidermy is a small beast instantly. In
Oh,
any
I
pose
just
you
heard the
want.
small beast in any form you want.
Small and medium beast instantly in any pose you want.
No, that sounds dangerous.
You can buy this trunk for 10 teeth. I was offering it to your friend for 8.
No.
He said no. But the therapy thing, can I have the therapy thingy?
Yeah, sure. She pulls down the little cube and puts it on the desk. For you, little man, I'll give it to you for 10.
Awesome.
Anything else you want?
I have 18 left.
Like a kid looking for fucking just holding tickets at like an arcade. Like, what can I get? How many penny candies can I get? She holds up a little trinket that's in the shape of a taco, like a key ring, and goes, "This will find the nearest taco."
I love tacos.
That's 5 teeth.
Okay, here.
Alright. You can buy this trident if you want. It'll track trees. You just stab a tree, push this button, and you can always find that tree again. Very handy. I already sold one to a nice elf lady.
I guess I can see that being kind of handy.
If you like trees, it is. I constantly lost my tree. You know how many trees I went through? God, there's so many more shops that I've just lost track of. It's probably where a couple of the demons are, to be honest.
Can
Nothing good
fairies
in their
travel through
jars
time?
Right now. Probably should check into that.
You
I
probably
need to make a
should.
demon tracker.
That doesn't start with T.
I'll find a word for it.
How about trouble?
Tiefling.
Trouble tracker.
Wait, no,
that's pretty
tieflings
good.
aren't demons. Sorry.
Tiefling tracker.
Tiefling track.
Demons are not demons!
I said that. You're not demons.
She goes, "Oh, honey, it's all the same to me. It's fine."
Do we want to get the trident of tree tracking?
I have 2 left.
Sure. I suppose
I
it
also
can't
have many
hurt.
tablets if you come back later.
What-
Like she says tablet, it's just like a spell scroll that's just etched in stone, a very thin slate.
It can't hurt to get the tree tracker, I suppose.
Okay, how much for the tree tracker?
Tree tracker? It's about 90.
Okay. Carnes hands over the 19th.
How much teeth total are you handing over?
Hold on.
14,
So about
24.
10, 15, 24. So he's got 4 teeth left that he can spend.
You also have a mouthful of teeth.
And a mouthful of teeth.
Get the,
You cut out, Maddie.
get the taco tracker.
I already did.
Oh, okay.
She also has a tail trick for 7 teeth that will just give you a permanent tail.
I have a tail. I'm a kobold.
Tiny Tina's tail trick will give the player a tail.
Not the tiny
da-
trebuchet.
Probably costs a little bit more teeth.
How much
Come on,
more
Carter.
teeth you got left, honey?
4.
This is worth 5, but I'll dock it down for you. It's from a no good husband.
Wait, what? The tiny trebuchet?
Tiny Tina's Tragic Tie. It's
What?
just a wedding band. It's a simple band of silver with an opalescent shine to the metal.
Oh,
That's
Damien!
Fitzgerald. You broke my heart.
Damien!
I don't want to wear this ring anymore. Just reminds me of him. All the
Damien!
shit he's done.
We should get this ring.
He asks for the ring back to give to his new fiance. But fuck that guy. After 328 years of marriage down the drain, you know, I don't know. He's shit.
That guy sounds like an asshole.
He sounds cruel.
It's actually a set of rings.
Damien! I buy the rings and hand them to Damien.
Yeah, thanks.
So, not gonna lie, I already had the item listed down before you guys did any of that, like, ring shit last time. I completely forgot about that. And the way the rings work is, the rings give you +2 AC when the wearer of each ring is in love with the sister ring's owner.
That's pretty damn good.
Essentially the merit effect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This to someone. We're not gonna end up experiencing a tragic fate, are we?
I sure hope not. I mean, mine ended in tragic fate, but... Honey, they're not cursed. Come on, I'm not a devil. I'd be on a crossroads then, not in a tree. Have you
No.
have you ever met a tooth fairy before? You're sounding pretty sketchy. I'm just gonna say that, hon.
We've had a lot of shit happen to us over the past 2 weeks.
She's just...
You can understand
you're,
my...
You're adventurers, right?
Yeah, but
You're
we
gonna
haven't
have to get
experienced this
used to
shit.
that. I've lost
Oh,
so
no,
many
we've-
friends I can't even count.
We
Terry
weren't
was the worst.
expecting... We weren't expecting to come across a lich.
Oh, honey.
And a vampire. And we got to fight a demon.
I mean, we knew
A
the
massive
though.
demon.
Oh, how long have you guys been at this? That sounds adorable.
I've been traveling since I was probably 10. So 16 years.
Okay. What's your biggest feat, hon? What's the biggest thing you fought and didn't run away from?
Dragon.
A dragon, you say? What kind of dragon? They come in many
Ice.
sizes.
He was still young as far as I could tell, but big enough.
Oh, I mean, they're always menacing. How fast you kill it? Tell me the story. I'll give your friend a discount if you tell me a good story. Tina gets lonely here.
Fair enough. So I tell her the story of the Dragon of Icefire Peak.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of embellishing and just not lying, but maybe exaggerating some parts of it that I was there for.
Roll performance then. If you're doing like little white lies that don't really matter. Like embellishes. Embellishes would be a performance instead of a... She just kind of like hand on...
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Wait. I have inspiration.
Okay.
I have inspiration.
The most important use of inspiration so far is on a
Listen.
storytelling check.
25.
Oh my god, that's so much better. She's just not gonna pity you at this point. It's because, oh, what an impressive feat. Okay.
Killed me the first time we fought it.
Well, that's very strong for someone who just met a dragon. And you called it an asshole. Why would you do that? Why would you insult a
Because it was
dragon?
being an asshole. Because it was being an asshole.
Of course it's being an asshole, darling. The dragons, they do what they want, because they're dragons.
King kobolds!
What?
Dragons are king kobolds.
King kobolds.
In some clans, yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. The king kobold of the clan that we're taking to Katal now
That's me.
was a dragon.
You were a
What?
dragon.
No, I killed the dragon. Now I'm king kobold.
You killed the dragon.
Yeah.
She's gonna stare at you for a little bit. He goes, "Why would you kill a dragon, young kobold?"
He was
You worship
miserable.
them.
He asked me to.
He asked you to kill him.
Yeah.
What a strange ask for a dragon. I've never met or heard of one that was ever in that kind of situation.
Yeah, it doesn't happen
Oh.
very often.
She kind of furrows her brow as he looks at you. And goes, "Tell me more."
Well, we stumbled upon this cave of kobolds, and the king kobold was just there, and he was laying on the ground, and he just looked so sad. And none of his clan would kill him because he was king kobold, and so he asked me to do it because he was in pain and suffering and miserable and was gonna die anyway. So he said, "Karnas, the kobold of Kadal, please put me out of my misery and take over my clan."
Question. Does Haley remember what happened?
Yeah,
Or does Carter just not remember what happened?
Karnas is... I remember what happened. Karnas is trying to make himself sound more tough.
Important.
Yeah,
Okay. She's gonna insight check you, just so you're aware.
I know.
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
He's not a very persuasive kobold.
He sure isn't. She goes, "Are you sure it was a dragon, hun? Was
Yeah,
it
why?
a disguise or an illusion?
Well,
It's not very dragon-like to just abandon their hoard and wealth."
it might have actually been a halfling disguised as a dragon.
A halfling
Wait, what?
disguised as a dragon.
Yeah. His name was Davlos.
Hold the fuck up. I'm sorry. Did
She
you
goes,
say...
"Isn't that the guy?" Points to you, Damon, from your story.
Did you say Davlos?
Yeah.
Longfoot?
Yeah, he was hanging out with a goblin.
Toothless.
He pretended to die and asked me to take over. And so I did. And they all thought that I killed him.
Okay. That son of a bitch. Always get into trouble.
Yep.
Well, what a riveting tale. I'm so astounded that they're linked. She,
Yeah.
slides you a tablet and goes, "Here, thanks for the story. That was just wonderful." What languages do you read, Curtis?
Common and Draconic.
Okay. She hands you a tablet, it's just complete gibberish. You don't even know what language it is.
Oh. What's this? What's it say?
It's, my Tiny Tina's tablet of taxidermy.
Oh.
It's the cheapest one I have, but it's
Okay.
so much fun. Well, the other one explodes teeth out of people's mouth, and that's always fun, but I only have one of those left. I need them. I've been trying to make more.
Mm.
How? She sees Damon's expression. How do you think we get the teeth out of people?
That's fair enough. I can't fault you that one.
I mean, you can only explode a Tarrasque's teeth so many times before it just gets boring.
Trust.
Yeah.
Great.
Someone bought the tracker last week.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Oh, you can't touch it at all. I sold it. It's just some ASMR boy. He was in there with an elf and God, I can't remember what the other one was. Nice folk.
Is the other one a tiefling?
Yeah, it was a purple tiefling. You're right. Me? Who said that to myself? Well, anything else you'd like to purchase while you're here?
Nope.
Alright, well. I have more
Come on.
things to go back and mark up for sale. Please,
Sure.
come back anytime. Just follow the music.
Sure, yeah. We will. Come on, Carnus.
Okay.
As soon as you guys exit the threshold, you're back to normal size. Brumley,
Cool.
you're in the middle of just like picking your nose, waiting for something to happen. All of a sudden, BAM! They're back, right in front of you.
Yeah, I'm still kind of looking around the street, and all of a sudden, boom, there they are. I'm like, it's like ah,
We met a
where'd you
tooth
guys
fairy.
come from?
We met a tooth fairy.
Well, that was a trip.
Tooth fairy.
Look at all this stuff we got.
Yeah. It was a tooth fairy.
Ah,
I didn't even have to pull out any teeth.
Let's just go back to the caravan and hope that everything's okay.
Valid idea.
You guys are headed back to the caravan.
Yeah.
You doing shifts?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, who's up first?
Not it.
Carlos will go first.
Okay. Why don't you all roll me dreams again? And then we'll do shifts. I saw that Maddie got excited about Tiny Tina's.
I got really excited about Tiny Tina's. I love Tiny Tina's.
Damien does not have good dreams.
Also, don't check the group chat.
I'm gonna check it.
Well, now we're concerned, Maddie. What did you do?
Oh, the other D&D group chat. I may have thought I was responding to a picture of Molly's dog, so I said cute. It wasn't Molly's dog.
It was a hairdo in the shape of a penis and balls?
Yep.
And you went, ah?
Yeah.
If anyone's curious. Oh, we can't show that. I mean, it's a hairdo in the shape of a penis. Can you show that?
It's. I would err on the side of caution.
Yeah. Twitch flags the stupidest shit.
But you can.
Oh, that hairdo's just tits.
Yeah.
Where's Molly finding these? What the fuck? Molly's weird.
Yeah.
So.
That's why I was losing my shit.
We'll do dreams in order. Sabina. You dream of back home. In your own study, surrounded by your tomes and scrolls. Kind of a happy place. Someone enters or walks by your door, you just kind of like look and scowl for a little bit, then realize they're not entering your room, and you kind of, oh, good. Go back to whatever you were doing. What would you be doing in your dream?
Oh, me?
What would be your fun, like, activity at work?
Oh, I would probably be slacking off and reading one of my favorite novels.
Sure. You have a false cover for your paperback of like you have it inside another tome of like the manifest of some elven lord, but really you're just reading like a little smutty book, a little steamy romance novel. What would the romance novel be called, Maddie?
Argonian maid? I don't know.
Alright, well, that's already taken.
I know. The tiefling maid.
Sure.
I'm not creative.
The tiefling's maid. Sure, go for that. Just gets you a little hot and bothered, but nothing too much. Just a steamy read. Damien. You close your eyes and you just see. It's like you're in a black voidscape. You look around, nothing's there. A small pinpoint of light off in the distance. You hear something behind you, you turn around, it's just Baz in Alari's form just staring at you. Dead-eyed. Eyes black. You just see her like rubbing, like holding her belly. In this deep voice, you just hear, "It's yours, you know, the baby. It shall be mine, and with it born again." You wake up in a hot sweat. The sweat seems to sizzle on your skin as you wake up, like instantly evaporate.
Nope.
You look
Giant.
around you, and there's a little scorch around as you've done a racial of hellish rebuke, as you just burn the area around of your frustration. Luckily, nothing caught on fire.
Giant. Get a nope.
Bromley. Man, you just keep having bad dreams, don't you, buddy?
I know.
You're walking along the forest on a hunt back before you met all these creatures. Back when the only worry was a skeleton or two on your path looking for your sister. You go for your water skin, empty. Parched, you try and find the nearest river. The only river you can come across, you just see bodies laying in the water. Hundreds and hundreds of bodies litter the ground, flooding the stream with blood. You get closer and try and inspect to see what the hell happened here, as the corpses seem to shamble and like step up and match your gaze. You see some walk out of the water, arms outreached towards you, broken and beaten, bloodied and cut. Some missing limbs, some missing jaws entirely, as they just shamble towards you. Karnas, what does a good dream for you look like? Like the best dream for Karnas?
At this point, returning to his Katal clan and everyone greeting him, all happy, with open arms, and accepting of the kobolds that he is bringing with him.
Alright. With the dreams done, I'm gonna say nothing happens throughout the night over the shifts. It's a calm area. Red Lion Dynasty does a pretty decent job of getting rid of the dangerous creatures of the forest. Safe for camping. Maybe not so much for smaller creatures, because they do have a large bird problem, but nothing you're too concerned about to be attacked in the middle of the night. All shifts go pretty well. And with the new dawn rising, poking out through the treetops, giving you some sunbeams, we'll stop there for the night. And pick it back up.
Changed the title.
Huh?
I changed the title of the book.
What's the book title?
Tracking Tiny Tina's tiny taco.
Tracking Tiny Tina's tiny taco. That's right. Looking for that fucking tooth fairy vagina. It's just a steamy aroma sample of pixie love.
So
Tyra Banks played Tooth Fairy at one point.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
she might have.
We talked about
I didn't stick in my memory.
So can is time just not a thing when you're tiny, and you're a tiny tooth fairy?
When you're Tina,
Yeah.
she can go
Yeah.
through whatever.
Cool.
The shock is persistent through all points of time.
Our Monday group encountered Tiny Tina's tremendous treehouse, and our Monday group, while in the same universe, is set very, very, very far in the future. Very far.
But that being said, thank you all for coming to D&D night. I hope you had fun.
Yep.
Always fun.
Anyone have anything to plug?
The Apex tournament's coming up this
Yes.
Saturday.
Tomorrow's the last day to sign up. Join the GSG Discord to be able to enter the tournament. I'll be putting this on Spotify, and check out my Etsy shop, Timeless Storm Store. I sell things, resin, knit, spray painting. And soon, I haven't told you guys this yet. I kind of told Maddie. So Brian and I have experimented with making music with Magic's Music Maker, and I've played with GarageBand on my iPad, and we're gonna put it on Spotify under the artist name Dreamstorm. So keep an eye out for that. And check out my Patreon, because I want to animate my D&D things. Maddie?
Make sure to check out Raz and Ark and Kiss.
Yes.
Oh, the GSG podcast, right?
Oh, yeah.
GSG.
Girl Talk with Girl Spot. Our August episode is going to be on religion. October is going to be mental health. And September, I know I did that in the wrong order. September is going to be conspiracy theories.
So we have August is religion, September is conspiracy theories, and August is mental health, in honor of Mental Health Month.
October
August
is
and
mental health.
October are going to be live on Twitch.
Yes. On the Girl Spot Gaming
Thanks,
channel.
Brian.
I thought of a really bad joke.
Oh no.
Off stream, Brian,
so
off
lots of
stream.
Conspiracy theories. Got it. Yeah, bad joke.
I didn't get it.
I didn't hear it.
It's okay. Yeah, we should rate somebody.
You're not gonna plug me, Haley.
What do you do? What do you do, Maddie? What do you do that I can
Everyone
plug?
go to Maddie's school and get mental health from her.
Yeah.
I'll put you all in restraints. And then I expect
Don't
a treat
promise
from
that.
every single one of you. Because apparently my students give me fucking plants.
Hey, you know, there are worse things that they could give you.
That's true.
What if they gave you hickeys?
Oh, Brian.
It'd be bad.
Yeah, that would be bad. Oh, Critical Role is live. We're not gonna rate Critical Role. I don't want spoilers.
Haley, just pick someone.
Okay, I am. I saw someone. I have to find them because I lost them. Where are they?
Have you checked your butthole?
When Fandom Strikes. Playing Monkey Island 2.
Ooh.
I follow them on TikTok, and I like their TikTok content, so I followed them on Twitch, and now we're gonna read them.
You like to TikTok about them?
No.
kicked me from the channel. Can I do that? Oh, I'm not an admin in this fucking channel.
Nope.
Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Go check out When Fandom Strikes. And hopefully I'll see you for more D&D next week on Thursday. And on Sunday, I will be doing a stream on my channel. Probably going to play The Sims. I don't know. And Saturday, Girl Spot Gaming channel for Apex Tournament. Chat will get their random prizes for chat. The people that are watching, I believe. So, yeah. See you there. Bye!